So what suggestions, and to across two different categories. One is, what do you think should people do right after they have an admit from the time of joining?
Mm-hmm.
Some of the things they
Mm-hmm.
can do to smoothen the transitioning.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Also, during the time when people go for 1 year MBA programs like NTU, NCR, Richard Ivy, Cornell
Mm-hmm.
1 year MBA, you have
Yeah.
just a year to be up and running. What
Mm.
suggestions do you have for people in that category? One is before MBA, what to do, and during MBA, what
Mm-hmm.
are some of the suggestions for this category of people?
Sure, definitely. And I think the second question is linked to the first question. Given that it's a shorter program, 1 year program, you have to do some pre-work before you come, uh, and start your program. And that is something I could have also done better. Is you start networking before you come in, and you obviously start networking even when you're applying. But once you get through, and I did this, but not as much. You start reaching out to, especially the batch that's currently in doing that full-time program. Why? Because they are like living through it right now. It's very fresh to them, and they can give you like immediate, quick solutions that they did not adapt to, 10 months ago. That you can actually start working on, say, a couple of months in advance. So say if the program is starting in July, probably in March, like once you know and you've made the deposit and everything, just start like having very like just write to people on LinkedIn. You can connect with your career services. A lot of people did not connect with them before they came in person. They will reach out to you.
So from India, you can start reaching out to career services ahead of time.
Definitely, definitely. I think they're very super helpful. They will give you contacts. You reach out to professors. Your seniors would be able to tell you, okay, this is the right person to go to for you, given your experience. Just start writing to them. They'll be very nice. They'll have coffee chats with you. Whenever they're free in between classes, is this okay? Let's just, um, you know, just have like a call, video call, and let's discuss. And they've already interviewed you, so probably they remember you from a couple of months ago. But they will start, building that story with you before you come in. So you've already a couple of steps ahead when you actually go meet them in person once you land in the country. And even when you land in the country, do not wait for like them to come to you or approach you. You can always, walk up to wherever your professors sit, your career services sit, start building that rapport, start sharing what you like about or what you don't like. We can do things differently. They're always open to inputs. Like the good part about MBA is like we do come with, some experience, and that's how we lead the program. Every cohort is different based on the students that are coming in, and they're the ones who create that experience for themselves. So, from the get going, just start discussing with classmates. Oh, this is what we need. This is something they did not do last year. This is the feedback the students are sharing. Okay, let's do it differently this time. And that's what you have to do here. Do the base work before you come in. So I think networking with something like I learned from you even before starting this is key to all of this. And of course, you can end up reading, how the job market looks like, how is HR in Singapore. There's a lot of lean in circles here that I'm part of now. But I realized that I could have spoken to these ladies, like women in HR. We have this huge circle here. Even before coming in, they're very friendly. They're probably a couple of years older than you, or much older than you,
Your
with a
voice
very.
has suddenly lowered down. I don't know. Something
Oh, I'm sorry.
suddenly just.
Is it okay?
No,
No.
I think the voice has gone down.
Is it okay now? No.
Yeah, maybe try.
Yeah.
Huh.
Okay. Sure. So yeah, this was, one of the things. All these networks that are very focused on what you want to do. You can actually connect with these ladies before coming in, and I've actually realized a lot of people now have started doing that. If not students, there are people based out of India who want to move in HR roles to Singapore. and they reach out to you and they add you to add to the circles. And we are doing everything remotely, right? So they join the Zoom calls that we have every month, and we discuss everything that's going on during the pandemic and how like different companies are managing it differently. So yeah, these are I think some of the tips. Um, Again, linked to the second question, because we have a very short program, you need to have done that groundwork before you come in. Yeah.
See, so it's so amazing to see that you've grown so much right now. I can sense it. I can sense it because I've seen the Damini 3 years ago, Damini of 4 years ago versus what you are
Yeah.
now, and the kind of
Yeah.
impact that you're creating, Damini. I think you and I spoke for 2 consecutive years. First was the year when you said, "I'm not sure, should I do
Yeah.
this?" And then I said, I think the conversation led to you deciding that, you know what, let me not look at international MBA this year. So did you come back within the same year or did you come back the next year? I don't remember. You and I had
No,
a
I think I came back in a couple of months. I took some time. I went back to work. I also, had to go back and see how I was doing at work. But I was, I knew I could do much more. Uh, and the managers that I had there actually told me so, and I'm in contact with them. They are very senior in their HR roles now, right? And they are the ones who reach out to me and ask me that, okay, tell me what's going on in Singapore. What can we adapt of what Singapore is doing in India so that we all move forward. So yeah, I think it took me like it's a self-awareness journey as well. Jatin, I think you'll agree. Like you learn
100%.
so much.
100%.
I'm learning. I'm still learning. The way I've managed the pandemic, I've learned so much. I've never done this before. I think my career of 2 years in Singapore, the last 3 months have been the steepest learning curve for me. So yeah, but
I
but
agree.
it's been great.
When I went to Darden, that was my uh, trip to a country outside India for the first time.
Yeah,
And uh, in Darden, we had a month called Black November,
yeah,
where the weather is really crazy. Then you have the casework, the the casework, the machinery is running full velocity. You have to do 3 case days. Then you have recruiting, networking, everything is at peak. And I
yeah,
remember walking back from the school when I would call my cousins late at night, walking back from the learning team meetings, and I'll just at times call my cousins in India and
yeah.
hear them partying here. And I used to think, what have I done to myself? I was
Yeah,
doing fine in India. Why did I ever? But that was the time when I had, just as you said, you experienced a great learning curve only by going out to an environment that you were really not comfortable in. You
mhm,
know.
yeah, yeah, yeah. But the best part of it is, and I would like to share this as part of our discussion. You need to build sort of your corner in that entire thing because there's a lot of noise. Everything is going, uh, you know, uh, at the same time. But what I did differently, and I wrote about this in my essay, and I spoke about it in my interviews, and I ended up doing it, and I'm very, very proud of it. I opened a yoga and mental health club,
Wow.
and nobody had done that in the business school before. And I told myself, okay, we will all go through this, rigorous curriculum, all like 6 days a week. Sunday, I'm going to have a free class. I found this superb corner. The campus is huge, NTU, like it's unending. I don't think I've seen the whole of it yet. But I found this corner and I said I will have classes and used to host like 10 to 20 people every week and have that class and discuss about all anxieties, fear and panic because that was one constant thing throughout. And I was so proud that I was able to fulfill it. And there is something that I really want to do. So even through something that, that is defined for you, you can create your own thing within that thing. And a lot of people ended up doing that successfully and came out like with flying colors. That was my proudest moment. People ask me a lot of things about my MBA, but that was my proudest moment from my MBA.
Wow.
Yeah.
Really, really. And I think you did have something like that in your stories as well, as you said, remember?
Yeah.
And you ended up doing it. I don't think a lot of, to be very honest, very, very brutal, not a lot of applicants that I've worked with, we make a lot of promises in terms of the thing that you want to do, contribute to the school.
Yeah.
I don't think a lot of people do it. That's okay. It's not a promissory note, but proud of you, Damini.
No. Thank you so much, Jatin.
Thank you so much for joining us. And you don't know, a lot of people will get value from you, from this conversation. Thank you for being with us.